Hi, I'm Paul, the osteopath at Caledon East Family Chiropractic, and this morning Bob and I would like to talk to you a little bit about core stability. Now, for those who haven't seen it, Dr. Lauren did a great video on core stability a few weeks back where she breaks down all the individual muscles and shows you effective exercise to target each one of those. If you haven't seen that yet, I highly recommend checking that out. Today, though, we'd like to take a bit of a different approach and show you a way to engage all those muscles together to create a solid core for your body. And that exercise is called negative breathing. When we talk about our core, what we're actually referring to is this part here between your pelvic floor and your diaphragm. You'll notice when we take a look at this, is this part of your spine. It's supporting the weight of your entire upper body. And that's why working on these deep core muscles is so important, because they act almost like a corset or a belt to help stabilize these muscles, this part of your spine right here. This becomes even more important if we have lower back issues, because the structural integrity of our lower spine has been compromised. So having these muscles provide good, strong support becomes even more critical at this point. And this is where the negative breathing is going to come into play. Again, looking at the individual muscles, Dr. Lauren, if you can check her video out, will show you how to strengthen them individually. But this is how we're going to get them all to fire together to create that nice, strong sleeve around our lower spine here. So the way this is going to work, you're going to start by taking 3 very deep breaths in. Every time you take that breath in, focus on trying to expand your ribs as much as you can each time. So big full breath in, and then breathe out nice and slow. Get as much air out of your lungs as you can each time. Once we've done that 3 times, on our 3rd breath, once we've got as much air out as we possibly can, we want to try and take another breath in, but don't let any air in. This is going to sound a little bit awkward. It may take you a couple times to get the hang of this one. I find the first couple times you do this, it helps just to try and pinch your nose, just to make sure a reminder not to actually breathe in while we're doing this. So we're trying to breathe, we're trying to engage all those muscles, but we're not actually allowing air in. This is the negative part of the negative breathing, because we're creating a negative pressure in our chest. And so what we're going to do is try and draw everything up and in. So what I'd like you to think about as you're contracting here. So again, we've taken our deep breath in, we've blown as much air out as we can. Now, instead, again, breathe in, we're going to pinch our nose, again, to hold that in place, just as a reminder not to get that air in. And then the contraction phase of this, as we're trying to breathe in but not allowing any air, I want to envision us, we're trying to draw all the contents of our stomach in and up into our chest cavity. It sounds worse than it actually is, believe me. But you'll feel that nice, strong contraction, that sleeve forming around your spine, which is what we want to get. You're trying to try all of that as long as you can. Your first couple times, you're not going to be able to get very far. Don't worry, if it's only a couple seconds, that's fine. But we're teaching all these muscles to engage together to create that solid support around here. So once you've held it as long as you can, release your nose. You know you've done it right. You'll hear that sudden rush of air that comes in. If you're sort of breathing normally, then you didn't get as much air out as we wanted to that first time. So work on trying to get as much air out of your lungs before we block off that nose, or as you get more comfortable, just closing your throat. You can do that on your own. You don't always have to pinch yourself off. But then try and draw as much in and up as we can. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then relax your throat and breathe in again normally. So once we've done our first full contraction in, we've held it as long as we can, and then we open up our nose, let the air come rushing back in again. I want you to take 3 more deep breaths, just like we did. Breathe in, breathe out. On the 3rd one, hold again and try and generate that contraction. Usually about 5 times is what I'll like to do this in a sequence. Even though you're holding your breath for a lot, because you're actually expelling all your air out each time, you're not going to get that lightheaded sensation you would normally get if you're doing a lot of breath holding activities. So that's the routine. Just doing this, like I said, 5 times, once or twice a day, is really going to help train these muscles to all engage and work together to stabilize the lower part of your spine. When you're actually doing these for activity, you're trying to lift something heavy, or you're trying to do a plank or something, it's the same muscle contraction you're going to get. You're just not going to do the breath aspect of it. The breath is just to help you train and engage in that negative pressure. Is just going to help you how much expansion you get with that. You don't actually have to hold your breath when you're doing these out for normal day-to-day activities. Once you have a handle on the basic idea of of negative breathing, you can try doing these in different positions as well. You don't have to be standing all the time. You can do these while you're sitting down. You can do these while you're lying on your back, or even when you're on all fours. Working in the different positions is actually going to challenge the muscles from different directions and help give you that overall solid core that we're looking to get. The best part about these exercises is you can do them absolutely anywhere. You can do these while you're lying in bed. You can do these while you're standing in line at the store. You can do these while you're sitting in your car stuck at traffic. You can do them on a plane. You can do them on a train. You can do them on a boat. You can even do them with a goat. Is goat yoga still a thing? Let's hope so. That's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the content here. If there's something you'd like us to cover in the future, or questions that you have, I would like to see it addressed in a future video, please leave a comment below and we'll try and get that to you as soon as we can. Meantime, have yourself a great day.